Spine straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in. Hold it there. Oh, oh. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavitvaram Sadgurum Brahmavitvaram योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगम् जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये चरितं रघुनाथस्य शतकोटिप्रविस्तरम् एकैकमक्षरं पुंसां महापातकनाशनम् Pranam. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Ramayanam session. We are in Balakanda. We are going to start from 21st Sarga today. And hopefully we will finish 21 and 22 both together. But before we start, just 5 minutes on Uttarkashi. So what happened, what goes in, and little just here and there a bit of sharing. First of all, to reach there is like one tapas. So you land in Dehradun and then by road there is a very tedious journey of about 5 hours if there are no landslides. And if there are landslides, then it can be 6 hours, 7 hours. To remove the landslides, the provision is very fast because they're expecting it only. So they clear it. Sometimes they clear it within 20-25 minutes. Sometimes if it's big to clear, then it takes an hour to clear it up. So the journey is only like that. The whole land. So once you cross all this and all the winding roads and all those ghat sections, you adjust because they will not drive as per your speed. They will go fast only because with that usual speed itself, it's going to take 5 hours. Means without any other disasters in between. But then that one excitement is there to reach Uttarkashi. So then the journey's difficulties become very insignificant. The roads are narrow. They are not so very good. Good roads, Gadkari ji is working hard to get the good roads and all that is there. But once you reach there, it's completely a different scene. So whatever you underwent, it is all forgotten. It becomes very insignificant that time. And Tapovan Kuti is like a living, viable, palpitating space, I would say. We can feel Tapovan Maharaji's presence And over there to even sit for 2 minutes, like immediately you can get into meditation. Otherwise, when we are sitting at home, we will struggle. The first 5 minutes probably goes in adjusting the position. But then another 5 minutes probably goes in, collecting the thoughts and bringing. By the time, 10-15 minutes are gone when we are sitting for meditation at home. And then probably another 5-10 minutes you'll meditate, because then it's half an hour that you're trying to, you know. But over there, within that, the moment you sit, you just get into it. That much is Tapovan Maharaji's grace. And all of us must have seen that picture where Tapovan Maharaji is sitting, and on the lower step, Gurudev is sitting. One black and white picture, if you can remember. So seeing that was like such emotional. And then you actually every day we climb that step and go in. We climb that step, and then each time you feel Maharaji was sitting here and Gurudev is sitting. You feel that. And the best part is that 24 hours you can hear Ganga, not like one small tributary, like a roaring voice, as if, means initial 2 days I have peeped out of window to check it's raining how heavily. But it was not raining at all. It was hot and sunny. It was Ganga's noise. So much like har, she goes. It's like a gurgling, loud roar. You cannot miss it. You and first 2-3 days to sleep. Oh, it's raining heavily. Again, there will be landslides. Nothing. It's hot and sunny only. Nothing is happening over there. This Ganga like this. And then you remember that story where Gurudev asks Tapovan Maharaji, and then he says, okay, get me water from Ganga. And Gurudev goes and he gets it in Kamandalu, the Ganga water. So you picturize that he must have walked like this. He must have reached Ganga like this. He must have come like this. And then he asked, I asked you for water. What have you brought, Kamandalu? So, you need a holder to hold a thing. So this was like, all this was coming. And then also one thought, like Rishikesh is in one end over there. I think 100 plus kilometers. I don't know how. And then when Gurudev has come over there, Tapovanji asked, you didn't get letter from Shivanand Maharaj. And then again he has walked back. A week has gone. A week he has walked up and down. And then you realize that place, Mahatmyam, where are you sitting? What are you doing? You feel it's like a overwhelming gush that comes, like we are getting it so easily, sitting in the AC car and to come be complete. And and Gurudev, how he must have done that without flinching anything. He says, it's fine. Then he goes for the letter and he comes back, which is actually only to test whether, you want. And that Tapovan Maharaji's strictness that he'll teach only once and he'll not repeat. In that you have to grasp the knowledge. My God. Oh, everywhere around there are only sannyasis living. Everywhere there are small, different kinds of ashrams. The entire place. Swami Abhedanand said that first it was only and only sannyasis, but now we see some houses and all are also there. But earlier it was not for any householders over there. So the land is of sannyasis. Means so much tapas in that land. So to breathe in that land for 2 weeks was, I don't know, some punya. This is like the atmosphere of that, and that's Khan Mahatmya only. It's like I can't describe it in words, but I can only just give you some picture to feel that how beautiful it is. And our ashram is the biggest ashram over there, which can hold so many people. All are small ashrams. And it's very convenient ashram. Not to look for luxuries. Every amenity is there. That's all about it. There won't be any luxury. And in the Tapovan Maharaj's kutia, there is nothing called as attached bathroom or this and all. Means in those austerities they have managed, then we feel whatever we get is like a big luxury. Coming to the second chapter of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, that was the camp topic. My God, the way Swamiji has explained, we had a homework. After completing a topic, he would give a set of questions and we have to write. We had 4 sessions daily. The fourth, the last session was on question and answers, but that was equivalent to a big satsang only because in that also so many topics would come out. And in between, whatever little time we had was supposed to be used to contemplate what we are studying. And we had to revel only in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. There is no time to revel on anything. So this second chapter, very interesting things happened. There were so many stories into it, and Mahavakya also that came. So when Swamiji would approach a Mahavakya, there were sparks that we could feel. There were moments where we touched the truth. We experienced that and we were out. So that gave that hope in the mind that it's a possibility. It's not some distant dream for some sadhu or sannyasi to uh, get the feel of this oneness of what they are reveling in. And this Swami Abhedanand uh, made us realize at so many several spots. There were phrases like when Asmad Atmanaha, when he would come to such kind of verses, we would feel that we are that truth. So just to give a brief outline of what happened. So the chapter 1 he had taken in 2019 on YouTube. The videos are more than 100 videos are there of it. This they are uploading one by one. It's not yet completed, so I don't know the total number of videos, how much it will come. But there were people who came, studied all those 100 chapters to get the continuity, 100 lectures plus to get the continuity of this chapter 2. So the sadhakas were also inspiring each other, I would say, but none were less. So we would see each other and yes, ഇത് നമുക്കും പറ്റും അങ്ങനെ തോന്നുന്നു. Like that we'll feel, oh, this is possible for me also. Like that, one feel would come seeing the whole setup. So this Ajatashatru was a king. Okay, and this Gargyaha, from Garga Gotra, Gargyaha. So this one who was a new student who just come out of the ashram completing his studies from the Guru. And now he has to give Guru Dakshina. So in those days, you'll go to a king and then you will get something and then you'll go back to your Guru and offer. So he comes to this king and says, I would like to tell you about Brahmajnani. So king never asked him. It is on his own. He says that I'm going to talk to you about this jnana. The king says, oh, that's so nice. And he immediately gives him 1,000 cows. Means he has not yet started. He just expressed. But Ajatashatru ji was like, he was a great jnani himself, devotee. And he gave him 1,000 cows. So it shows how his generosity, how his respect for the Brahmanas or the Jnana or the things like that. And this Gargi said, okay, I meditate on that Hiranyagarbha, which is in sun. And then Ajatashatru would say, son, I meditate on attribute of this of the sun. So there were like 12, 14 examples which Gargya gave from sun to jala to fire to darpa, the adarsha, the mirror. So many things he gave. And for each, Ajatashatru would end up saying, we meditate on that. But I meditate on this. So he would go one step deeper into from where Gargya is there. Then finally, Gargi says, he remains quiet. He doesn't speak anything. Tushni Babhuva, he stands there quiet. Then he says that how a Shishya is. Gargya, without keeping his ego, he then says, then you tell me what more you are meditating. Tell me about that Hiranyagarbha. What are you doing? So then this king says that would be a pratiloma because king is a kshatriya, this one is a brahmana. So the dhyana going from down to top is pratiloma. Then he gives her equal place to sit and he says, you don't do any namaskaras to me or anything. And keeping him as an equal space, then the knowledge he gives. And then the examples come, and then this Brahmajnana comes, and that time this Asmad Atmana, from this Atma, how things are coming up. So it pointed out from us, the universe is. So when such movements come, that what we are searching outside, actually, that is us. When it comes, those were like the goosebump moments that it is from this inside. So for that final knowledge, what he does is, there was a man who was sleeping. So he taps this man and there is no movement. Then he calls out the names for the man. Oh Brahman, no Paramatman, and this and that he calls. There is nothing happening to that sleeping man. Then he goes and he shakes like very hard, wildly. Then this person gets up. Okay. So the role of that example is only so much. And then Ajatashatru asked this Gargya, where was he when he was sleeping? And from where did he come when he wakes up? He asks. So did we ever think that who is going to sleep? What is happening to the sleep? We all are experiencing sleep, and anybody's sleep experience is same. Yours and my sleep experience, we are same in that. The king and the beggar experience of the in the sleep is same in that. But it never comes to us who has gone to sleep where and from where it is coming, what is happening. So that is the analysis, and that's the garbha of this Brahmana. So Brahmana means section. So one chapter will have six Brahmanas. And these first three Brahmanas are like this on this Ajatashatru episode. So it is like this, that the jiva, it goes into the hita nadi and it is slowly going into it. So who is experiencer is not sleeping on. It's the jiva that goes into the nadi. And the indriyas, how it gets withdrawn, it's not available. And this drashta is there in the sleep. And from there, when you wake him up, he leaves that nadi. So the number of nadis, the translation is varied 72,000, 72 lakh, whatever it is, because some books, though the word is sahasra out over there, but they have totaled up some nadis and it comes some very high number. But the point of a thing is this hita nadi is there where the jeev goes to sleep. And that's why we are not available. And to watch this sleep, like how we get up and we say, oh, I had a good sleep. So who had a good sleep? Who is saying who had a good sleep? Who experienced that? And then how we are not able to say anything when we are sleeping, that, oh, I am sleeping. We cannot say that because this, there is only one vritti. So nidra is a vritti. And this vritti is merging and emerging. It emerges and it merges. So whenever a vritti comes and falls, rises and falls, same vritti, again and again and again, if it happens, then it overwhelms. And then that is the only vritti, then there is nothing else that. So we are not able to say that, yes, I am sleeping. We cannot answer that. We are not available for any transaction. We have to use this particular logic into something else later, like what vritti we have to hold to experience that truth. And that rising and fall, emerging and, merging, that continuous, it overwhelms the jeev. There is no answer. And then again, as the karma phala kicks in, the jeev comes into the activity again. But this drashta, it slips out of the mind. We get to, that's me. That finally our disconnect from the mind and the body goes. And I was the watcher of that. That thought touches us and goes, that slips. When we are um, um, studying with Swamiji, it happened so many times that there were upliftment moments, and because probably whatever we are scared or we are not able to leave our hold and identity and let go, we probably come out of it and we see. So this was like one beautiful session in the first three Brahman. It doesn't finish. There is more to it. So now the Atman talk comes. Now this Drashta comes. Now this Asmad Atmana from it. So then that Granthakara has given two examples, of course, of a spider. We all know that spider weaves the web from his own saliva, and he swallows that also. So the material cause and the nimitta karana, efficient cause, is both also upadan karana and nimitta karana. Upadan is the material by what it is made. The pot is made out of mud. So that is upadan karana. But the potter is the maker of that. He is the efficient. When you buy a pot, the potter doesn't come with it, right? He was the efficient cause. So only in this, the material cause and the efficient cause is that drashta, smada. It is not two different things. So then that example goes still deeper. And then you start, every time we see a creation, we think of the creator, whatever, book, laptop, phone, whatever we are seeing, things, house. We think of the creator. So we have this separation in our head, no? Of what material it is made and who has made it. So here, when that example comes, you start dwelling on this, that the material cause and the efficient cause, the nimitta karan and the upadan karan, are one and the same over here. From this drashta, from asmad atmana only, the world, this body, this panchamahabhut has come, and in that only it will go. And another example was given of the fire. And if you twirl the fire a little faster, the sparks that come out of it, it's that fire only. There is nothing else. So it is, drashta only is there. There is nothing else. It might look different, but it is not different. It's one. It's same. So this oneness bhav again, there were sparks. And then it enters to emphasis on this topic into that most famous Yajnavalkya and Maitri topic it comes. So Yajnavalkya says to Maitri, see, I am going now, leaving the house. I'll divide all this property between you, and he has a second wife, Katyayani. So you and Katyayani enjoy all this wealth and allow me to go. Because when you take a sannyas, you have to take permission from your householders. So this Maitri, what is that are you leaving for? And by doing what, this jnana and this will not go together. So then he says, no, this jnana and the material thing will not go together. Then she says one beautiful line that if this property or material is not going to give me that, then what use of this is this? So it was a beautiful sentence, and that's the turning point, that if it is not happening with the property, then what good of it? So it was some same thing like in Kathopanishad when Nachiket says that this, whatever wealth you would give me, anyway, I can enjoy it only for a period of time. Is that giving me immortality? Is this going to be permanent? Some point it will. In Gita we have Shrine Punya Martya Lokavishad. You can live in Svarga as long as your Punya is there. After that, what? After that, you come back on the earth only. So then what is that by which I am not? So Maitreyi asked that question. Then that big paragraph, if we all remember, that conversation, Atmanastuta Maya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati, it ends in that way that we think because he's my husband, so I love Pati na Pati Priya Bhavati, Atmanastuta Maya Pati Priya Bhavati. So Pati or Patni or children, we think because he's my husband, I love him, because she's my wife, I love, because he's my son. So it says, oh, this is never, and there were so many, again, 10, 14 examples given. It is none of that reason. It is for yourself you love. So you love yourself the most. And we heard, so I had asked Swamiji if it was out of ego. That for me, I love. So it is not that ego love. It is Atma love. So we all experience that because our nature is Satchit Ananda. Yeah? So Ananda is Ananta. So that was another discussion that happened, one brilliant discussion. But we'll not extend into that. Just now I saw that half an hour is gone. I thought 10 minutes I'm talking. Anyways. God, Eleanor. So eventually it boils down to our own nature is that bliss nature. And we try to touch that each time and we search that. But our ignorance thinks that this person or this object or this experience is giving me the joy. No, the joy is you. So you are joy, you are bliss, you are happiness. It's like that. To be happy, we should not do. So if I am happiness, if we repeat this, then what is needed for me to be happy? Then nothing is needed because I am happiness. And we are labeling it for a husband, wife, children, a mobile, laptop, car, house, nice pani puri, nice food, one experience. We are labeling it outside. But that label is not outside. That is there in me and I am that. And Atmanastu Kamaya, for your own self. Sarvam Priyam Bhavati, like that my Yajnavalkya tells Maitreyi, Maitreyi gets Atmajnana. So that goes in the fourth and the fifth Brahmana. And the sixth Brahmana is a Vamsha Brahmana, where all the Rishi Munis from who has learned from whom, how the knowledge has passed out. So one brilliant three shlokas have come like in one paragraph. And Shankaracharya's Bhashya says that we have to do japa of that every time. And those who do japa, they are blessed with all the Rishi Parampara blessings that come on them, bestowed on them. And to invoke that. Because all the knowledge that has come to us is in the Parampara format. And it is preserved from this Anadi Kala, it has been preserved. So when you read the Vamsha Brahmana as a japa every day, you are offering your salutations, you are acknowledging the parampara, and you are invoking the blessings of God. So that was, sorry, I just meant to be a short summary, became such a long summary, but it was amazing. And if I get some one-liners, Swamiji's are there, I will collect and I'll post in the group because this time I couldn't jot down the liners. But whatever Swamiji gave the questions and all, I tried to write the answers that time only so that it is not forgotten, one thing. Not everybody were writing the answers or not everybody were seriously jotting all the points. Many did. I tried to. So I don't mind sharing that also. So that when you read, there is, you may not understand everything because you have not gone through the text, but it will give you the glimpse of how the studies can be done, and probably you can read it on your own, or when the videos are uploaded on the Chinmay Mission South Africa channel, they have uploaded initial few, and every day they are uploading few into it. One can follow, but it is in Hindi, and he mixes sometimes English into it. So those who don't understand Hindi, it might be difficult, but it should be good enough for raising this curiosity that what it is. And we should hold our scriptures together. We should hold the scriptures in hand. So that brings us to the truth. And this is all that we should read, we should know, or we should try to acquire. Like, this is all we should keep on doing, our daily activity, from morning cooking to interacting with anybody in office or doing this thought. If we repeatedly do, it comes, because that experience we had when it was repeated so many times, there were sparks that came. So anything is going to come with repetition of that knowledge. So I don't mind sharing it at all. Okay, so we'll come back. Then one more thing happened. So I got a chance to ask Swamiji about this Mahabharat thing. And he said, Maharaj, so much. Where do you have time here? So I said, even I don't know. All the days, something or the other is there. Probably if you would bless, some way will come out of it. I know what I have to do. And I have myself not read it any time, but the ambition is of taking the class. So I help me in this, and if possible, please come to inaugurate class. And I said, you choose whichever date, whichever time, whatever long you want, that would be the date. So now the thing, what the good news is, he said yes, and we don't know when. So whenever he would say that, which day, which time, God only knows that because his satsangs are also morning and evening every day when he's touring and not in Durban. And when he's in Durban, he has many more classes than his 3, 4 sessions for the inmates out over there. So it would happen soon. Let us keep that in Sankalpa. That means Swamiji take it up for us soon. And that would be our inaugural session. And from there onwards, we'll start. What time? I don't know. Which day? I don't know. I only know we have to hold the Sankalpa to make it happen. And let's get into it. So if you have not got the books or anything, make sure you have it, because we don't know what day he would announce, because now it's it's to the it's to Bhagwan, you know. Okay, we have taken shelter. We don't know. We just want it, some Mahatma to start for us, so that we can hold on to it and complete. And we have seen challenges, when we take bigger texts, like now Valmiki Ramayana is there, Bhagavatam is there, Narayaniam, Bhagavad Gita, Eknathi Bhagavat. We need blessings, because whenever the continuity breaks, that starting period takes a little bit of energy. So yes, our Mahabharat will get a very glorious start soon. Okay. So now let's get into, at least we'll complete the 21st Sarga today. 2 Sargas we were supposed to conclude, doesn't matter, whatever our wishes and wills. So all this has happened because you guys were so lovingly allowing me to pursue all this and patiently still waiting for me. You guys made my journey easy by not leaving any of the sessions, and empowered me to take up this kind of camps. Otherwise, it was not possible. So I owe it to all of you. Thank you so very much. Okay. It's in depth. It's a gratitude. It's a big gratitude. Let us start. Okay. 21st Sarga. See already the hands raised. Good. Adutaji, let's start your canvas first. So what are we going to talk about it first? Not in the class mode, in the something it will come. एकविंशः सर्गः तच्छ्रुत्वा वचनं तस्य
तच्छ्रुत्वा वचनं तस्य
स्नेहपर्याकुलाक्षरम्. What happened? You went away? Are you there, Lalita ji?
Yeah, I'm there.
Fine. Then where did you disappear? I didn't. I'll add you again.
Something happened to the connection for a moment.
Okay. Did you hear the second pada?
No, I heard.
You did. Sneha paryakulaksharam.
Sneha paryakulaksharam.
Samanyuh kaushiko vakyam.
Samanyuh kaushiko vakyam.
Pratyuvacha mahipatim.
Pratyuvacha mahipatim. तच्छ्रुत्वा वचनं तस्य स्नेहपर्याकुलाक्षरं समन्युः कौशिको वाक्यं प्रत्युवाच महीपतिम्.
Hearing the reply quoted above of Dasharatha, marked with faltering accents, expressive of parental affection, Vishwamitra descended in the line of Kusa, full of rage, made the following rebuttal to the king.
He had asked for his sons, right? And then Dasharatha has not given. Correct. And we had said, we saw that phrase in Sarga 20, Na Ramam Netum Arhasi. He repeatedly starts saying that, right? See, from verse number 4 onwards of 20th Sarga. And we get that, he will give a reason and then he will say, Na Ramam Netum Arhasi, Na Ramam Netum Arhasi. So now it's continuation of that what Vishwamitra is saying, that, he's full of rage and then he's going to say something to him. तच्छ्रुत्वा वचनं तस्य स्नेहपर्याकुलाक्षरं समन्युः कौशिको वाक्यं प्रत्युवाच महीपतिम् पूर्वमर्थं प्रतिश्रुत्य प्रतिज्ञां हातुमिच्छसि राघवाणामयुक्तोऽयम् कुलस्यास्य विपर्ययः
पूर्वमर्थं प्रतिश्रुत्य प्रतिज्ञां हातुमिच्छसि राघवाणामयुक्तोऽयम् कुलस्यास्य विपर्ययः.
Having first promised to grant the object solicited by me, you want to go back on your word. This breach of promise is unworthy of the scions of Raghu and will prove to be the ruin of this race.
Purvamartham pratishritya pratignyam hatumicchasi raghavanam kulasyasya viparyayaha yadidante kshamau rajan. Kamishyami yatha gatam. Mithya pratidnyah kakutstha. Sukhi bhava
suradvrataha yadidam te kshamam rajan kamishyami yatha gatam. Mithya pratidnyah kakutstha sukhi bhava surudvrataha.
If this is bearable to you, I shall return even as I came, without taking Rama with me. With your promise thus falsified, O scion of Kakustha, remain at ease in the midst of your relations.
See the words he has used. Remain at ease with your relations. You know, you're not you're falsified words. Sukhi bhava surudvrataha. It's anger. Yadi dante kshamau rajan gamishyami yatha gatam mithya pratitnyah kakutstha sukhi bhava surudvrataha tasya rosha paritasya
तस्य रोषपरीतस्य
विश्वामित्रस्य धीमतः
विश्वामित्रस्य धीमतः
चचाल वसुधा कृत्स्ना
चचाल वसुधा कृत्स्ना
देवानां च भयं महत्
देवानां च भयं महत् तस्य रोषपरीतस्य विश्वामित्रस्य धीमतः चचाल वसुधा कृत्स्ना देवानां च भयं महत्.
When Vishwamitra, who was full of wisdom, was seized with fury, the whole earth shook and a grave fear entered the mind of gods.
Chachala Vasudha Krutsna. The whole earth was shaking, that much anger he has shown. Tasya Rosha Paritasya Vishwamitrasya Dhimataha Chachala Vasudha Krutsna Devanam cha Bhayam Mahat Trastarupantu Vidnyaya
त्रस्तरूपन्तु विज्ञाय
Jagat Sarvam Mahan Drishihi
जगत् सर्वं महान् ऋषिः
Nrupatim Subrato Dhiraha
नृपतिं सुव्रतो धीरः
Vasishtho Vakyam Abravit
वसिष्ठो वाक्यमब्रवीत् त्रस्तरूपन्तु विज्ञाय जगत् सर्वं महान् ऋषिः नृपतिं सुव्रतो धीरो वसिष्ठो वाक्यमब्रवीत्.
Perceiving the entire world to be greatly alarmed indeed, the great and wise Rishi Vashishta of noble vows addressed the following words to the king.
Ikshvakunangkule Jataha.
इक्ष्वाकुणाङ्कुले
I didn't chant the, give me a minute. Trastarupantu Vidnyaya Jagat Sarvam Mahan Rishihi Drupatim Subrato Dhiraha Vasishtho Vakyam Abravit Ikshvakunangkule Jataha
इक्ष्वाकुणाङ्कुले जातः
Sakshat Dharma Vaparaha
साक्षात् धर्म इवापरः
Ritiman Suvrata Shriman
धृतिमान् सुव्रतः श्रीमान्
न धर्मौ हातुमर्हसि
न धर्मौ हातुमर्हसि इक्ष्वाकुणाङ्कुले जातः साक्षात् धर्म इवापरः धृतिमान् सुव्रतः श्रीमान् न धर्मौ हातुमर्हसि.
Born in the line of the Ikshvaskus, you are the highest virtue personified, as it were, full of firmness and observing excellent vows as you do. Your majesty ought not to abandon righteousness in the form of fidelity to your word.
Ikshvakunangkule jataha sakshat dharma ivaparaha Ritiman suvrata shriman na dharmam hatumarhasi Trishu lokeshu vikhyataha
त्रिषु लोकेषु विख्यातः
Dharmatma iti raghavah
धर्मात्मा इति राघवः
Svadharmam pratipadyasva
स्वधर्मौ प्रतिपद्यस्व
Nadharmam vodhumarhasi
नाधर्मौ वोढुमर्हसि. त्रिषु लोकेषु विख्यातः धर्मात्मा इति राघवः स्वधर्मौ प्रतिपद्यस्व नाधर्मौ वोढुमर्हसि.
A scion of Raghu as you are, celebrated in all the three worlds, as one whose mind is given to piety, resort to your innate character, that is fidelity to truth. You ought not to embrace unrighteousness in the form of breach of promise.
त्रिषु लोकेषु विख्यातः धर्मात्मा इति राघवः स्वधर्मं प्रतिपद्यस्व नाधर्मं वोढुमर्हसि. अद ललिताजी. प्रतिश्रुत्य करिष्येति
प्रतिश्रुत्य करिष्येति
उक्तं वाक्यमकुर्वतः
उक्तं वाक्यमकुर्वतः
इष्टापूर्तवधो भूयात्
पूर्तवधो भूयात्
तस्माद् रामं विसर्जय.
तस्मात् रामं विसर्जय. प्रतिश्रुत्य करिष्येति उक्तं वाक्यमकुर्वतः इष्टापूर्तवधो भूयात् तस्मात् रामं विसर्जय.
Merit that has accrued to you from sacrificial performances, culminating in a horse sacrifice, and works of public utility like the construction of wells, etc., will be lost if you fail to redeem the promise made by you, having once solemnly declared that you will do a thing. Therefore, send Rama with him.
Rama visarjaya. Send Rama. प्रतिश्रुत्य करिष्येति उक्तं वाक्यमकुर्वतः इष्टापूर्तवधो भूयात् तस्माद् रामं विसर्जय. कृतास्त्रमकृतास्त्रं वा
कृतास्त्रमकृतास्त्रं वा
कृतास्त्रमकृतास्त्रं वा
कृतास्त्रमकृतास्त्रं वा
नैनं शक्ष्यन्ति राक्षसाः
नैनं शक्ष्यन्ति राक्षसाः
गुप्तं कुशिकपुत्रेण
गुप्तं कुशिकपुत्रेण
ज्वलनेनामृतं यथा
ज्वलनेनामृतं यथा ज्वलनेनामृतं यथा कृतास्त्रं वा नैनं शक्ष्यन्ति राक्षसाः गुप्तं कुशिकपुत्रेण ज्वलनेनामृतं यथा.
The augurs will not be able to overpower him, no matter whether he has mastered archery or not, so long as he is protected by Vishwamitra, son of Gadhi, a scion of Kusa, as nectar was guarded by a belt of fire.
कृतास्त्रमकृतास्त्रं वा नैनं शक्ष्यन्ति राक्षसाः गुप्तं कुशिकपुत्रेण ज्वलनेनामृतं यथा एष विग्रहवान् धर्मः
एष विग्रहवान् धर्मः.
This famous statement is there, no? Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma. It comes from this line. Vigrahavan Dharma. Esha Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Esha Viryavatam Varaha.
एष वीर्यवतां वरः.
Esha Vidyadhiko Loke.
एष विद्याधिको लोके.
Tapasascha Parayanam.
तपसश्च परायणम्.
Mark this verse for memorizing. Also mark 3 and 7 also.
एष विग्रहवान् धर्मः एष वीर्यवतां वरः एष विद्याधिको लोके तपसश्च परायणम्.
Vishwamitra is piety incarnate. He is the foremost of those endowed with prowess. He is superior in learning to all and is a great repository of asceticism.
Esha Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Esha Viryavatam Varaha. Esha Vidyadhiko Loke. Tapasascha Parayanam. एषोऽस्त्रान् विविधान् वेत्ति
एषोऽस्त्रान् विविधान् वेत्ति
त्रैलोक्ये सचराचरे
त्रैलोक्ये सचराचरे
नैनमन्यः पुमान् वेत्ति
नैनमन्यः पुमान् वेत्ति
न च वेत्स्यन्ति केचन
न च वेत्स्यन्ति केचन
न देवानर्षयः केचित्
न देवानर्षयः केचित्
नामरा न च राक्षसाः
नामरा न च राक्षसाः
गन्धर्वयक्षप्रवराः
गन्धर्वयक्षप्रवराः
किन्नरमहोरगाः
सकिन्नरमहोरगाः एषोऽस्त्रान् विविधान् वेत्ति त्रैलोक्ये सचराचरे नैनमन्यः पुमान् वेत्ति न च वेत्स्यन्ति केचन न देवानर्षयः केचिन् नामरा न च राक्षसाः गन्धर्वयक्षप्रवराः सकिन्नरमहोरगाः.
So Mahoragaha. So in that 12th verse, first pada will end with Kechit. When we stop, when we remove the sandhi, not Kechin, Kechit. Okay, Sachin. So
He knows the use of the different types of missiles in all the three worlds, including the mobile and the immobile creation, inhabiting them. No other man than myself knows him, nor shall any other creatures know him, neither gods, nor any rishis, nor again the Rakshasas, nor the foremost of the Gandharvas and Yakshas, including the Kinnaras and great Nagas.
एषोऽस्त्रान् विविधान् वेत्ति त्रैलोक्ये सचराचरे नैनमन्यः पुमान् वेत्ति न च वेत्स्यन्ति केचन न देवानर्षयः केचित् नामरा न च राक्षसाः गन्धर्वयक्षप्रवराः सकिन्नरमहोरगाः सर्वास्त्राणि कृशाश्वस्य
सर्वास्त्राणि कृशास्वस्य
पुत्राः परमधार्मिकाः
पुत्राः परमधार्मिकाः
कौशिकाय पुरा दत्ता
कौशिकाय पुरा दत्ता
यदा राज्यं प्रशासति
यदा राज्यं प्रशासति सर्वास्त्राणि कुशाश्वस्य पुत्राः परमधार्मिकाः कौशिकाय पुरा दत्ता यदा राज्यं प्रशासति.
All the missiles were formerly born as the most pious sons of Krishasva, a lord of created beings, and were gifted by Lord Shiva to Vishwamitra while he ruled over a kingdom.
सर्वास्त्राणि कृशाश्वस्य पुत्राः परमधार्मिकाः कौशिकाय पुरा दत्ता यदा राज्यं प्रशासति तेऽपि पुत्राः कृशाश्वस्य
तेऽपि पुत्राः कृशाश्वस्य
प्रजापतिसुताः
प्रजापतिसुताः
नैकरूपा महावीर्याः
नैकरूपा महावीर्याः
दीप्तमन्तो जयावहाः
दीप्तमन्तो जयावः तेऽपि पुत्राः कृशाश्वस्य प्रजापतिसुताः नैकरूपा महावीर्याः दीप्तिमन्तो जयावः.
The aforesaid sons of Krishasva, born as they were of the daughters of Daksha, another lord of created beings, were possessed of various forms, endowed with extraordinary prowess and full of splendor, and brought victory to him who employed them in his service.
एपि पुत्राः कृशाश्वस्य प्रजापतिसुता सुताः नैकरूपा महावीर्याः दीप्तिमन्तो जयावहाः जया च सुप्रभा चैव
जया च सुप्रभा चैव
दक्षकन्ये सुमध्यमे
दक्षकन्ये सुमध्यमे
ते सूते स्त्राणि शस्त्राणि
ते सूते स्त्राणि शस्त्राणि
शतं परमभास्वरम्
शतं परमभास्वरम् जया च सुप्रभा चैव दक्षकन्ये सुमध्यमे ते सूते स्त्राणि शस्त्राणि शतं परमभास्वरम्
Jaya and Suprabha, the two aforesaid daughters of Daksha, who were both possessed of well-proportioned limbs, gave birth to 100 most effulgent missiles as well as other weapons.
जया च सुप्रभा चैव दक्षकन्ये सुमध्यमे ते सूते स्त्राणि शस्त्राणि शतं परमभास्वरम् लताजी 50 सुतान् लेभे
पञ्चाशतं सुतान् लेभे
जया लब्धवरावरान्
जया लब्धवरावरान्
वधायासुरसैन्यानाम्
वधायासुरसैन्यानाम्
अप्रमेयानरूपिणः
अप्रमेयानरूपिणः पश्चातं सुतान् लेभे जया लब्धवरावरान् वधायासुरसैन्यानाम् अप्रमेयानरूपिणः.
Of these, Jaya, who had secured a boon to this effect, got 50 excellent sons, possessed of infinite glory and devoid of form, for the destruction of Asuric or diabolic forces.
50 सुतान् लेभे जया लब्धवरावरान् वधायासुरसैन्यानाम् अप्रमेयानरूपिणः सुप्रभाजनयच्चापि
सुप्रभाजनयच्चापि
पुत्रान् 50 पुनः
पुत्रान् 50 पुनः
संहारान्नाम दुर्धर्षान्
संहारान्नाम दुर्धर्षान्
दुराक्रामान् बलीयसः
दुराक्रामान् बलीयसः सुप्रभाजनयच्चापि पुत्रान् 50 पुनः संहारान्नाम दुर्धर्षान् दुराक्रामान् बलीयसः.
Suprabha too brought forth 50 more sons, who were exceptionally powerful, hard to overpower, nay, difficult even to assail, and collectively known by the name of Samharas or destructive forces.
सुप्रभाजनयच्चापि पुत्रान् 50 पुनः संहारान्नाम दुर्धर्षान् दुराक्रामान् बलीयसः तानि चास्त्राणि वेत्तेषः तानि चास्त्राणि वेत्तेषः
तानि चास्त्राणि वेत्तेषः
यथावत् कुशिकात्मजः
यथावत् कुशिकात्मजः
पूर्वाणां च जनने
अपूर्वाणां च जनने
शक्तो भूयश्च धर्मवित्
शक्तो भूयश्च धर्मवित् तानि चास्त्राणि वेत्तेष यथावत् कुशिकात्मजः अपूर्वाणां च जनने शक्तो भूयश्च धर्मवित्.
The son of Gadhi, present before you, who is conversant with the principles of righteousness, not only knows the use of all those missiles as one ought to, but is also capable of evolving new ones.
तानि चास्त्राणि वेत्तेषः यथावत् कुशिकात्मजः अपूर्वाणां च जनने शक्तो भूयश्च धर्मवित् तेनास्य मुनिमुख्यस्य
तेनास्य मुनिमुख्यस्य
धर्मज्ञस्य महात्मनः
धर्मज्ञस्य महात्मनः
न किञ्चिदस्त्य विदितम्
न किञ्चिदस्त्य विदितम्
भूतं भव्यं च राघव
भूतं भव्यं च राघव तेनास्य मुनिमुख्यस्य धर्मज्ञस्य महात्मनः न किञ्चिदस्त्य विदितम् भूतं भव्यं च राघव
Hence, nothing relating to the past and the future is unknown, O scion of Raghu, to this high-souled jewel among the sages, who knows everything concerning dharma, that is virtue.
तेनास्य मुनिमुख्यस्य धर्मज्ञस्य महात्मनः न किञ्चिदस्त्य विदितम् भूतं भव्यं च राघव एवं वीर्यो महातेजाः
एवं वीर्यो महातेजाः
विश्वामित्रो महायशाः
विश्वामित्रो महायशाः
न रामगमने राजन्
न रामगमने राजन्
संशयं गन्तुमर्हसि
संशयं गन्तुमर्हसि एवं वीर्यो महातेजाः विश्वामित्रो महायशाः न रामगमने राजन् संशयं गन्तुमर्हसि.
Of such extraordinary might is the highly renowned and exceptionally glorious Vishwamitra. You ought not, therefore, to entertain any doubt about sending Sri Rama with him, O king.
एवं वीर्यो महातेजाः विश्वामित्रो महायशाः न रामगमने राजन् संशयं गन्तुमर्हसि तेषां निग्रहणे शक्तः
तेषां निग्रहणे शक्तः
स्वयं च कुशिकात्मजः
स्वयं च कुशिकात्मजः
तव पुत्रहितार्थाय
तव पुत्रहितार्थाय
त्वामुपेत्याभियाचते
त्वामुपेत्याभियाचते तेषां निग्रहणे शक्तः स्वयं च कुशिकात्मजः तव पुत्रहितार्थाय त्वामुपेत्याभियाचते.
Though capable of punishing the Rakshasas himself, it is for the sake of doing good to your son, Sri Rama, that the sage Vishwamitra, son of Gadhi, has sought you and has solicited him.
तेषां निग्रहणे शक्तः स्वयं च कुशिकात्मजः तव पुत्रहितार्थाय त्वामुपेत्याभियाचते इति मुनिवचनात् प्रसन्नचित्तः
इति मुनिवचनात् प्रसन्नचित्तः
रघुवृषभश्च मुमोद पार्थिवाग्र्यः
रघुवृषभश्च मुमोद पार्थिवाग्रयः
ग्रयः नो ग्र्यः गः
ग्रिय
पार्थिवाग्र्यः
ग्रियः
ग्रयः नो ग्र is not full ग्र is half
no yeah it is a halanta yeah
पार्थिवाग्र्यः
पार्थिवाग्र्यः it's not coming
गमनमभिरुरोच राघवस्य
गमनमभिरोच no गमनभिरुरोच राघवस्य गमनमभिरुरोच राघवस्य
third one गमनमभिरुरोच राघवस्य
गमनमभिरुरोच राघवस्य
प्रथितयशः कुशिकात्मजाय बुद्ध्या
प्रथितयशः कुशिकात्मजाय बुद्ध्या इति मुनिवचना
सेकंड ओम तत्सत्
ॐ तत्सत्
इत्यार्षे
इत्यार्षे
श्रीमद् रामायणे
श्रीमद् रामायणे
वाल्मीकीये
वाल्मीकीये
आदिकाव्ये
आदिकाव्ये
बालकाण्डे
बालकाण्डे
एकविंशः सर्गः
एकविंशः सर्गः इति मुनिवचनात् प्रसन्नचित्तः रघुवृषभश्च मुमोद पार्थिवाग्र्यः गमनमभिरुरोच राघवस्य प्रथितयशः कुशिकात्मजाय बुद्ध्या ॐ तत्सत् नो ॐ इस् इट् तत् or तत्सत्
ओम तत्सत्
ॐ तत्सत् इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकीये आदिकाव्ये बालकाण्डे एकविंशः सर्गः
Delighted in mind by the aforesaid explanation by sage Vashishta, King Dasharatha, a jewel among the Raghus, the foremost of kings, whose fame was spread far and wide, felt rejoiced and mentally acquiesced in the act of sending Sri Rama, a scion of Raghu, in order to gladden Vishwamitra, son of Gadhi, a scion of Kusha. Thus ends Canto 21 in the Balakanda of the glorious Ramayana of Valmiki, the work of a rishi and the oldest epic.
इति मुनिवचनात् प्रसन्नचित्तः रघुवृषभश्च मुमोद पार्थिवाग्र्यः गमनमभिरुरोच राघवस्य प्रथितयशः कुशिकात्मजाय बुद्ध्या ॐ तत्सत् इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकीये आदिकाव्ये बालकाण्डे एकविंशः सर्गः श्रीसीतारामचन्द्रार्पणमस्तु. So with his kripa, we could definitely complete this within time for the daily Gita. I was just watching the time and saying, and then next Sunday we'll continue with the 22nd. Thereafter the Navratri starts, so maybe 1 or 2 weeks there will be break. But every day we have Lalita Sahasranam chanting. Even if you know, do join, because we'll be chanting 20 verses for 9 days, and on 10 day we'll do the full parayana. Same 5:30 time daily, forward to 12. Okay, let's end this session. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Shri Sitaramachandrarpanamastu. Hari Om everyone. Thank you for joining. See you all next year.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashaji. Hari Om.
Thank you, Varshaji.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om, Vasaji.